Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering, off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Time for a series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. We're doing a comparison video, so expect this one to run a little bit longer. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I am inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, damn it, tonight the stars revolt. I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear a super cool shirt, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, though? Happens to be my Power Man 5000 shirt. Yeah! I actually got this particular shirt on their Tonight the Stars Revolt 20th anniversary tour. But what is Power Man 5000 if you're unfamiliar? Power Man 5000, they're an industrial metal band, often sort of associated with the nu metal group or nu metal genre. That had been around for a bit since sometime in the 90s. Really took off in the late 90s though, during the big nu metal explosion, especially with their album Tonight the Stars Revolt. They've had a lot of interesting genre changes though throughout the course of their run. I kind of lost sight of them for a little bit because they were kind of doing some experimental stuff that wasn't exactly my vibe, but I've actually come to appreciate really all their offerings and just like how creative, they are as a band. I've seen them perform live a couple times. I actually have videos of said performances. They're on the channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I really do think they're an awesome band. But anyway, so what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Comparison video, eh? Yeah. So it turns out that Hershey has a new item. It happens to be, boom, this stuff. It is Hershey's extra creamy milk chocolate with crunchy waffle cone pieces. So yeah, it's got like those little waffle bits in it. All right, so I was just going to review that and leave it be. I was like, but then it kind of got me thinking, well, wait a second now. Isn't there a product that's already kind of like that? So I'm also going to be comparing it against, boom, the OG Crunch Bar. Yeah. Because obviously, they've got little bits inside of them. They got the nougat. I don't know when the last time I had a fucking Crunch Bar was, man. Like, Crunch Bars, unfortunately, like, they were always such a treat. But then as candy lines expanded, I feel like Crunch Bars became a little bit too generic, Like, it just weren't something I was regularly going towards. But, I mean, come on now. Let's go ahead and let's try these out. Let's get a thing for the thing here. Like that. We'll kind of go, ha, 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 ha. And sure, let's start off with the new one. Let's do a little review of that. Open. Open. I want you open. It's a problem when you bite your fingernails, folks. Don't get into that habit. It's not a good habit to have. I started doing it when I was in 4th grade as a nervous tick, and yeah. Still do it today. Alright, it looks like a fucking Crunch Bar. Alright, let's break some of it off. Let's do a square. We'll do a Hershey's square. It tastes like exactly what it is. It tastes like a Hershey's bar with some crunchy bits in it. The Hershey's chocolate, it's milk chocolate, mostly sweet with this slight bitterness to it. I know a lot of people, especially if you're not from America, aren't big fans of Hershey's and, American chocolate. To that, all I can say is, I don't know, eat it. We're America. Woo! Tends to be our attitude towards most things. But, no, it's tasty. I like it. It reminds me a lot of a fucking Crunch Bar. I think I was pretty much dead on with this one. Let's try another. Mind you, I have had European chocolate. It is delicious, to be fair. I don't know if I'd say I like it better, but obviously I'm going to be partial to what I grew up with. I mean, it's nice. I like it. It gives it a little extra razzle dazzle to the Hershey's bar, which is, fine, but nothing all that spectacular. Okay, let's try out a Crunch Bar. Man, it's been so long since I've had a Crunch Bar. I used to love these, man. These used to be one of my go-tos. Because really the question we're asking here is, this new Hershey's product, does it need to exist? Because, I mean, the Crispies seem bigger. Wow. It's just big old things now. I remember them being a little bit smaller, but maybe that's, time away. Are you from Hershey's? Well, it's Nestle. Okay. I mean, it's similar, but it is definitely very different in its own way. The Crunch Bar is a much more solid thing when you bite into it. It has kind of a stiffer structure. I think part of that's just because of the amount of the Crispies in there, and how densely packed they are. Whereas with the Hershey's, you bite into that, it kind of wants to break apart a little bit. It's stable enough, but and honestly, I'm a little bit surprised at the somewhat underwhelming flavor of the Crunch Bar. Now, it does eventually get going. Once it starts to properly melt, that's where the chocolate flavor kicks in, and then it's really nice. But it takes up until that point, because really up until then, I'm not getting much from it. It's kind of just there. It does leave behind a nice, lasting taste, though. I'll say that. Try one more for the Hershey's. The Hershey's, the chocolate kicks in faster. And while, yeah, it does have crispy bits in it, it is different. Again, the nougat in the Crunch Bar, stronger structure. Crunch Bar has a nicer kind of chocolatey, almost cocoa taste. The Hershey's has a little bit more going on to it, though, in terms of the chocolatey flavor. Again, it's sweet, but it's also got a little bit of bitterness to it. Whereas with the Crunch Bar, it's a little bit more one note, but that note is a little bit nicer. That's interesting. They both have pros and cons, and again, it's been such a long time since I've had a fucking Crunch Bar. It just takes so long to get to it. I kind of feel like maybe they've over-crunched the crunch a little bit. But once you get there, yeah, okay. Well, I mean, the interesting thing is finding out that, yeah, they are definitely different. But 2 questions have to be asked. Well, 3 questions. Would I get either again? Would I recommend them? Which one do I personally prefer? Yes, and I'm gonna have to say I kind of prefer the Hershey's a little bit. I'm gonna call the Hershey's the winner, which hurts me a little bit because again, the Crunch Bar is the OG for me. But I don't know, maybe it's just because I've gotten older, or maybe they mess with the formula or what have you. I like the chocolatey taste of the. Oh, I'm apparently about to run out of room on my thing. Anyway, yeah, I do personally think that the Hershey's is a little bit more to my preference. I like the way the Crispies work a little bit, and I like that you get more of the chocolate flavor quicker, even if the chocolate flavor of the Crunch, I think, overall is a little bit better. It's, you could kind of take it or leave either one. They're both good in their own ways, but I do feel